Well, I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I wait till tomorrow. But screw it. You know what? I'm in the right mood. So you saw the thumbnail already, folks. So you know it's. Guess it's time again for some artwork madness. Ooh, God. Ooh. Magnum, sixth album, Vigilante, 1986. Ooh, let's look at this thing. Look at the pretty unicorn. Yay! And this bubblegum pop, cotton candy, pink and blue. You know, all you need is a bunny rabbit or something in this damn thing. Better yet, I got a better idea, folks. Maybe I or somebody else who sees this can maybe go to the Chat GPT or Copilot. They won't do it exactly because of copyright reasons, but the only thing missing from this artwork is some representation of Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab. You just need her in the scene. This is the dance of the fanciful unicorn. Could you picture it? Come on, right? Think about it. Literally, there's the damn unicorn, the pink and white of her dress and everything. It's perfect. Who painted this damn thing, anyways? So this was not Rodney Matthews, as it turns out. He's done most of their artworks actually, including most of the last 10, 15 years. I think are his paintings on the artwork. This was no, this Pink Madness. Ooh, Christmas Story. This Pink Nightmare was picked by the record company. It was Chris Moran. Now, no offense to him, he did pretty good. Honestly, it's just really did is this bright? I mean, it almost looks. It almost, if you look closely at some of it, it almost looks, digital ahead of its time. It doesn't look like a normal painting. It looks like uh, early computer art and clip art and stuff like that. Still, God, I what what the hell? Somehow this went into the top. Despite this cover, it went into the top 50s in a couple of countries, and it, you know what? Kingdom of Madness was their first album. Pink of Madness. There you go. So we've got. Do I have to keep murdering you with this? I guess I do. So this is my promo copy, by the way, from 1986, Polydor. Uh, what's fun about this album is that Roger Taylor is the co-producer, um, along with the engineer Dave Richards. Recorded at Mountain Studios in good old Mantra. Yeah, that's right. It all came down to Mantra. The band at this point is, as usual, up until 2024, the two lead stalwarts. Uh, on main writing, guitar, and backing vocals, Mr. Tony Clarkin. And, of course, on vocals, Bob Catley. Oh, yeah, Kingdom of Madness. Once you go back and watch live footage and then see a Tranquility, you can't unsee the hand gestures and everything. I'm wondering where Bruce Dickinson got it from. I think I know. Because this band has been around since 1972, and the first album didn't drop till 78. So it is what it is. The original keyboardist Mark Stanway on bass and backing vocals. Wally Lowe, he was in there a long time, come to think of it. Mickey Barker on drums. Roger Taylor himself does pop up on the backing vocals for two of the singles, When the World Comes Down and Sometime Love, sorry. Got a saxophonist on the song Midnight. Let me put this down. And there's the back shot. There we go. There's the band. Of course, Tony with the long ZZ Top beard over there, or the goatee, or the Fu Manchu, and Bob sitting down. I tell you what, if I forget sometimes how much Bob Catley and, to an extent, Lou Gramm kind of sound alike. It for someone who's never heard Magnum, if anybody out there likes Foreigner, this might be in your ballpark. Granted, this would be more of Agent Provocateur era Foreigner. Not totally in sound, but just that production style. There's not There's a couple of sort of mid-tempo-ish rocker ballads at the beginning of this lonely night. Of course, some of these are about love and finding people and being alone and trying to get trying to survive everything. Or being a vigilante and Backstreet Kid, not to be confused with Backstreet Kids from Black Sabbath. I do like that song. I don't know why people hate Technical Ecstasy, but I will say this: Vigilante and Backstreet Kid were even in the set list on the 07-08 20th anniversary tour for Wings of Heaven. So, was it Wings of Heaven? Yeah, Wings of Heaven. So those are solid last songs. And here's the thing: since it's produced by Roger Taylor, you're gonna get some good, heavy, heart pumping drums in the background. It's you don't get confused for 1 second that it's Roger Taylor behind some of this on the production. In between that and the backing vocals and the choruses, this Magnum album might as well have been a lost 80s Queen album. This is right. Some tracks on this, Midnight You Won't Be Sleeping, the heavier Red on the Highway, and then you turn it over the second side, Holy Rider. Those are really straightforward rock, and despite the production at this point in time, those are some of the songs where even Midnight and When the World Comes Down, Tony starts really hitting these crunchy guitar riffs, and especially on Red on the Highway, you get some Brian May-like soloing out of that. It reminded me right off of Hammer to Fall, Holy Rider, and Vigilante, even Sometime Love. Honestly, the way the beat plays, I could picture them slotting into the Miracle Kind of Magic works, maybe even Headlong from Innuendo. It's got that drive, it's got those anthemic fist-raising choruses to it, especially was it When the World Comes Down? Yeah, that one. That's your power chords, your late 80s power ballad-ish, not totally in the love sense, but no, surviving the obstacles and making it through the other stuff. Of course, that was always stereotypical hair metal and everything like that. But this is a band that, again, this is closer to the hard rock realm. They're just stuck with that 86 heavy synth production. The good news is, despite the heavy synth and all that jazz, you can still hear Tony and, of course, the drums way in the channel either way. So it's not like they commit the sin of Rush the next year on Hold Your Fire. Boy, listen to all these keys. I can hear the drums and a little bit of the bass. Where the hell's Alex? Until you hear Show of Hands, or you saw them live on that tour, and it's like, oh, okay, holy shit, these are a lot heavier than we thought they are. No, these are the crunch, the headbanging is, or anything you want to do, not total headbanging, but you get the picture. It's there. It's enjoyable. You can rock out to this album. You're not sitting there going, oh God, it's so overdone. Another example of just the synths just managing to play off almost right. It's not over. It's a little bit more synth heavy than, say, Somewhere in Time from Iron Maiden, but you can still hear the guitar. Obviously, Roger's going to highlight the drums, the choruses. Like I said, it's a Queen. It's pretty much a Queen album. And the only part that gave me trouble was why I didn't listen to it for so long. Is I look at this damn album cover, and you go, oh, is this going to be some melodramatic, sweet, bubbly, what's an over the top word, saccharine type of AOR hit album? It is going to be all power ballads, and I Want to Know What Love Is. Lonely United first. When I first put this on, the way it started off, I was like, "Oh, here we go. It's gonna be no wonder I did. It's gonna match the album cover. Oh dear, I'm gonna hate this. It's gonna be all happy and oh woe is me or something like that. No, no, these it keep Lonely Night picks up steam. Need a Lot of Love does too, and I was surprising. But again, once you get to the third song, then the guitar solos and the riffs and some of the chords start to really pick up their pace and pick up steam, and then they get all of a sudden they get more chugging. Holy Rider, for instance, it's more of a chugging guitar. Tony Clark in line on that one. So if you like 80s Queen and well, especially Foreigner too, more pre-82 Foreigner especially, this Magnum album is a really good jumping off point for you. And I'm going to keep showing this in the damn camera like the last the last video. And I have to admit, it's if not for the overly glossy, bright color schemes, I could look at this and not raise my eyebrows. Maybe this would do good on one of those Walgreens Danielle Steele novels. You know what I mean? But really good Magnum album. A great jumping off point. I am way out of focus, good lord. And if you don't stare at the cover too long and you just put it on the background and enjoy it for what it is, damn good pick. This is not a case of oh god, not only is the album cover shit, but the album is shit too. You like that Heap album, good lord. Ooh. Ugh, this is, at least that was just, this is momentarily nightmare inducing. You'll remember it, but you'll have good memories of the album. That Heap album, oh god. Damn, I'm talking about Magnum now. I'm back on that damn Heap album. Well, I love Uriah Heep. What can I tell you? I could probably do a whole show on bad Uriah Heep album covers. But enough of that. That was, that was fun. This is, again, Magnum's one of those bands that they have so many albums. You almost don't know where to jump into. And Vigilante's a great one for your, even if it's not hard and heavy like you'd want, and even Queen wasn't totally hard and heavy, kind of magic, but despite the production, it still had those flourishes, and this is a prime, one last time, this is a prime example of that. So, if you're new to Magnum, love Queen, like Foreigner, don't mind some synths, go with this. Just try not to gross yourself out too much or give yourself a headache thinking about that. Ooh, And all right, and on that note, take care, guys. See you in hell.